stuck in bed with a bad sickness. I don't know what it is. Anyways, I'm lying in bed on Friday, and it really sucks because it's like my last high school soccer game, and I don't get to be there. However, pouring rain, I'm lying in bed, I'm like, I wonder how the boys are doing. And I get a text from Coach. And Coach says, we won our game 5-1. And I'm like, yeah! So Pretty great. This can't get too much better. Like, we won the game. Like, what else happened, Coach? And I hear from Coach, Donald scored with 15 seconds left. And he's just like the best team player on the whenever he's on the bench, you hear him out there. He's always yelling for you. So hearing that Donald scored just like warmed my heart. Coach was gonna make me do your celebration dance in front of the whole school, but I don't think you do that unless you absolutely want to. Anyways, I just thought all you guys should know that. Anyways, yeah, thank you.
Practice, but that doesn't mean that swim practice isn't happening. Yeah, we're having dry land every day on the lower field, so just bring, some of you were already there, but just bring running shoes, athletic clothes, whatever. Every day, lower field at 3 till 4:30.
All right, so we're happy to announce that tickets for the York production of Eurydice are officially up for sale. The dates.
Yeah, you can clap. That's cool. Yeah.
The dates are March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The 1st and 2nd, the shows will be at 7 p.m. and on the 3rd, it will be at 2 p.m. instead. Tickets, so for York faculty and students, tickets are $7 and general admission is $10.
And Francesco will be playing Loud Stone, and I will be playing Big Stone. And take it from a big stone, the show's gonna rock.
Just give me a second, please. All right, so. Turns out that Luke Skywalker actually has 3 ears. The left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear. So I recently started volunteering at Chomp, and I learned something pretty interesting. Dogs can't operate an MRI machine, but cats can. I think we should be really aware of our coffee in our houses and what it kind of goes through. It's kind of rough because, you know, it gets mugged every day. Two things. First off, track runners and field events meet on the upper field by 3 o'clock today. We're not going to be going over to MPC. The second thing I'm much more excited about, so we have played 20 games of chess and we have determined 2 people left to battle out today at lunch in room 8. In the one corner you have Arnold Fleischmann. Currently undefeated and also undefeated is York's own Mr. Wilcox. They will be playing the best of 3 Blitz chess games. If you want to come watch, it's been really awesome to see the reactions, to watch people's blunders and their amazing moves and really, really annoying commentary. So if you want to come out, you're totally welcome to. It'll be a room 8 at lunch today.
Boys volleyball after school had their first meeting, and at the start, 3 people showed up. Cool. So, if you are interested in playing volleyball, our first practice is after school in the gym tomorrow. So if you want to play, or if you've never played before and you want to see what volleyball even is, then show up to the gym after school tomorrow.
As many of you know, I'm a burner, meaning I go to Burning Man. I've been 3 times and I'm looking forward to my next burn. For those of you that don't know, Burning Man is a week-long music and art festival that takes place once a year in the middle of the Black Rock Desert, 3 hours away from Reno, Nevada. The Burning Man organization has put together a list of 10 principles to follow while you're on the playa. The one I'm going to talk about is radical self-reliance. All of the food, water, shelter, and anything else you might need, you pack in, and almost more importantly, you pack out. The idea is that you prepare yourself for anything and anything that could happen to you. Now, at face value, this sounds a lot like take care of yourself and solve your own problems. That's not quite it. The main idea of it is to be prepared enough for anything that could happen to you, that on the offhand chance the person next to you isn't, you can help them. The way this was explained to me in my first year was rely on yourself so that others can rely on you. For example, one year, a friend of mine from a different camp lost his goggles on the 3rd day of one of the dustiest years. We happened to have an extra pair laying around just for that occasion, and we let him use them for the week. This idea can also be applied to traveling. When my family and I took a year and traveled around the world, we all had our jobs. Mom was in charge of logistics and reminding us to eat. Bryce was in charge of navigation. Dad was just generally in charge. And I was in charge of health and safety. I was also in charge of communicating when we were in France and Italy to varying degrees of success. While I was trying to decipher train announcements in France so we didn't end up in Eastern Russia, Mom and Bryce were keeping our bags from walking away. We all knew what we had to do and when we had to do it to stay safe and not miss any boats, planes, trains, or, camel caravans. I've been to 30 countries. I've seen cultures from all across the earth, and I understand that though they are different, we share the same earth, sky, rivers, oceans, and for the most part, the same principles. I've been in the Sahara Desert, where people with almost nothing stop and give water to wandering animals, and where people help Berbers that wander into their camps with sick children that they've never seen before. I've been through the jungles of Belize, where in small mining villages, 2 parents and a family have to work all day, and their young children are happily taken care of by the elders of the village with no cost. Burning Man taught me how to be prepared enough in my own life to help the people around me. I believe in radical self-reliance because I want to spend my life helping people, and I want to live in a community where people can rely on one another, no matter what they have for themselves. And if you ever get lost at Burning Man, come to our camp. We have red vines.
To reach out to Mr. Raymond and myself if you are requesting to take an AP exam for a AP course that we're not offering here. Okay, so I've heard from a few of you, but it requires an email to both Mr. Raymond and myself to get approval for that. But Friday is the absolute deadline if that applies to you. So thank you.
Totally unplanned. He doesn't know what we're doing. Jerry, think for a minute about something you're grateful for and share it with us, please.
Well, I'm grateful for the basketball game today. We'll be playing at We're playing at the Santa Cruz Arena. Santa Cruz Warriors Arena. So it's a really nice gym, so I'm grateful for that.
Are you grateful for your basketball teammates?
Heck yeah.
So Jerry, I have a prediction because what you're grateful about and you've verbalized it, you're going to have a really wonderful day, and you're going to sleep really well tonight, because it's been proven that gratitude can improve your day, improve your health, improve your well-being. So gratitude is something we all should practice. Is gratitude one of the principles of Burning Man? I think it is. I remember that. I think gratitude is also one of the principles of Burning Man. So everybody just take a second and think about something you're grateful for. Okay, so now you are all, because you took that moment to think about gratitude, you're going to have great days. And what's better than thinking about what you're grateful for? Actually doing something about it, thanking people. And I'm really pleased to let you know that you're going to have that opportunity tomorrow during your path groups. We're going to be asking you, we're going to give you postcards that you can decorate, and on the back side, write some words of gratitude to the donors who make so much at York School possible. So what's the name of the building we're in right now? Chapel. The Chapel. What's the more formal name? The Coburn Chapel. You know, Marie Church Coburn was an actual person who donated millions of dollars to York to build this chapel and the gym and the commons. And she also established a financial aid endowment that still to this day, 40, 50 years later, provides financial aid to our students. What's the name of the building where the music room is and the student center? Day Hall. Did you know that Lawrence Hook Day was a student at York? And his family gave money to name that hall in his honor. So now we have that great facility. And what's the name of the new theater we're building? The Wayne Family Theater. So Marianne Wayne is an alumna, and she gave the money, along with more than 100 other people, to build that theater. All of those things, sports, arts, facilities, financial aid, all happens because we have donors that care about the school and care about you. So I'd like to ask you tomorrow during PATH to write a nice note to our donors just expressing that you're grateful that they support this wonderful school and give you the opportunity to attend. Thanks so much.
Is Miss Durkee in the room right now? Where is your 9th grade meeting today for faculty? In the faculty room? Okay, great. So for juniors, just want to extend that invitation that I mentioned at your junior grade level meeting the other day. If you'd like to have lunch today with our guest, Miss Asir, instead of meeting on Fenton Terrace, because I think it's going to be a little cool out there for you, you can come to room 6 and have lunch with Miss Asir if you'd like to meet her and talk to her about college counseling. Any student that would like to drop by and meet Miss Asir is welcome as well. We'll meet you in room 6 at lunch. Thanks.
Addenda. Addendum number 1 is we will be having the free preview for students and faculty on February 28th. That will be our final dress rehearsal / preview. If you'd like to come to that for Eurydice, you would be most welcome. We're eager to have you. Addendum number 2 may establish the nerd cred that I've kind of been doubting that I had. But I just have to take a little issue with the first pun. Because you combined Star Wars and Star Trek.
Don't call yourself a real star. Good news or bad news? I'm sorry to inform you guys that the dance on Friday will be canceled. Because we don't have enough faculty chaperones there. We only need one more, but I guess it's too late right now, unless we have any faculty who are willing to volunteer on a Friday night from 9 to 11.
That will be the answer. Good question.
Well,